Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Graham Taylor here at Hudson Rose. Talking today about something that we have covered before, but I think it's always useful to have an update, and that is babies and mortgages. Not two things you tend to put together, but actually really important if you're thinking of buying a house or remortgaging. Clearly, having a baby is a wonderful, joyous experience with all the sleepless nights and all the other stuff, but also it is a time when income in the household can decrease. And obviously lenders lend the money for the mortgages like to know that income is sustainable and want to know that it's forthcoming and everything else. So how do they deal with people that are having babies, going on maternity leave and all of this? Right, well, the first thing to remember is not to panic, okay? Because lenders and banks in general cannot discriminate against people who are having children, which is always nice to hear. They're going to ask a few questions. They're going to ask for a few more documents based around your circumstances, okay? So the first one is going to be, they're going to look at what are you earning, what's your income prior to going on maternity, because they're going to see that history of income. The key thing they're going to ask though is what's going to happen once the baby's born, all right? Are you going to go back to work on full-time hours? Are you going to go back to work on reduced hours? And this is the income that they're going to use when they're calculating how much you can borrow for the mortgage, all right? So they can do this in a number of ways. They may ask you to provide a letter stating your intentions that you're going to go back on full-time hours or you're going to go back on part-time hours. And that may be sufficient. They may just allow verbal confirmation and then want proof of your previous income in form of the latest payslip before you went on maternity. Okay, so there's a couple of ways they can do it. They may even just write for a reference for the employer to say, yes, we're expecting them to come back on this date, on these terms, everything as it is. If you are going to reduce your hours and your income is going to go down accordingly, that's totally cool, not a problem, but that's the number that they're going to use for the affordability, all right? And there's one key thing you need to factor in that lenders and underwriters will ask when they're dealing with clients that are on maternity or have to come back. And that is, what about childcare costs, all right? If it's your first child, it's obviously going to be something that you haven't maybe factored in initially because you've got a lot of things to think about. But if you go back on, if a parent is going back to work, even on reduced hours, there could be a childcare cost and they will deduct that from affordability. So it's when you're sort of working these things out, important to double check the numbers on what you expect the childcare cost to be, give that to the lender, give that to the underwriter, they will then factor in the affordability. So basically, having a baby, there's lots to think about. It needn't scupper your plans in terms of mortgaging, but you just need to be a little bit aware of what the future looks like in terms of income, employment, hours, all that kind of stuff, and then get the documents to prove it, to show them. So hopefully that helps. We can help with all of this stuff. We deal with people on maternity every week, I would say. It's one of the common ones that comes up. And I say every lender has different policy, so we can navigate that for you. If you want to reach out and get in touch, send a message on Facebook, Instagram, any of our social channels, or you can give us a call on 0330 122 9920. Or if you're local, pop into the offices in Nailsworth or Cirencester. But hopefully that helps. Any questions or things, leave them below. But I'll speak to you soon. Cheers, bye.